to bring it back to the actual mechanical day-to-day of how you get these beautiful stories on screen, what is your software of choice, and what do you think that people coming into this field should be learning in terms of software?
So I prefer Premiere. It's, at this point, it's really either Avid or Premiere. At one point was, I mean, I love Final Cut, but that's, for professional editors, I don't think that's much of an option, except for a couple of people that I know do Final Cut. I really like it. I mean, I can work on Avid, but I find Avid a little bit too rigid sometimes for me. And in my, for my software, I need my software to do, you know, two really extreme things and then everything in between. And the extreme things is, a lot of times I do my thinking, my story thinking by throwing things at the timeline and just like being very kind of messy and, kind of like a thinking board, right? Just like writing like words and stuff like that. Um, and then when I'm finishing a film, I'm incredibly exact. Like, I watch a scene and I'm just like, that shot is 3 frames too long. Or like, yeah, I know exactly how 8 frames feel, right? So when I'm fine cutting, I cut like that, or I need to like, let me play with sound this way. So it like goes away so that it feels a sense of like solitude or like very, very specific fine things. And I find that Premiere actually allows me to do, to be really messy or to be incredibly disciplined and exact in the trimming and fine cutting and like, looping sound forever. Um, and I find that with Avid, it takes me more steps to be messy because sometimes it just, I call it the queen, like it likes it like it likes it. um, but if you don't learn the software, for some people Premiere can be too loose because you can always be messy with it, right? So sometimes people don't learn how to use it in very exacting way, or they're just like a little bit too messy with it in the way of like they do media management, and then the software sometimes crashes too much, right? So you have to also be very disciplined with it and know how to use it well. So yeah, that's a long answer for like which one is your favorite software, but there you
You're
go.
you're nice to Avid. I call it like your crotchety old aunt or uncle who has to have everything a certain way, and then they're just like happy. But I teach it because
Royal.
we have students who go to broadcast, so they
Yeah,
do it.
but people have to learn, especially if you're gonna be an assistant for a while, you gotta learn of it. Like you have to know how to use it because it's gonna close opportunities for you for work, definitely. You know? I mean, I got lucky. I never really assisted. Like that first job, I went from translating to assisting some, but also doing a little bit of editing. And then after that, I never assisted. So I was really lucky. But if you need to assist for a while, you need to learn of it really well.